Hey, okay, well, I thought I would do a reaction to the Alien Romulus trailer. I know the film drops next month, so I thought I would give it a look and see what I think of it. I'll probably go and see it whatever the trailer's like, quite frankly, because I love the series, but let's give it a wee look.
Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
That is a beautiful shot.
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
Oh, it's jagged edges now on the full space irises. Interesting. Used to be smooth. Oh, it's like a... What is it? Oh, it's like a handheld X-ray. Trailer before the trailer. Standard.
What's happening?
There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the
I don't know,
water?
there's just something in the fucking
Energized.
water.
Oh. Oh, deep throating. Okie doke.
The fucking thing's hunting us.
Open the door, come on.
Run.
Good idea. Run quite fast. Cool rock with the red laser or whatever. And rolling eye gimmick. Not seen that before then. I'm guessing he's the android, eh?
Are you
And the
sure you
hive
want to
looks a
do
bit
this?
different, if that's what it is. Looks good, man. I like it. Right, so what do I think about it? Um, I like it. I like the look of it. My one concern is it's set between Alien and Aliens, right? The level of technology seems a little high. Um, of course, whether um, that's not necessarily a problem because of the specialization. Obviously, a space station would be more specialized than something like the Nostromo, for example, or even the Sulaco, really. Um, they would have other concerns, but that bit with the rock, the asteroid or whatever it is, coming through a force field by the look of it, that looks um, a little bit advanced for in the context of the films that we've got already. Um, aside from that, it looks good. I like the use of water, or certainly a liquid of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's coolant or something, I don't know. But see very little really of aliens interacting with um, like a watery environment, for example. The only one I can think of really is in Alien Resurrection, which was I've got my own views about that film. I don't think it was okay, but I thought the end in particular, the way the um, newborn was killed was unnecessarily brutal. The whole "mommy no" thing was a bit much, I thought. I don't think it was necessary to go that far with it. Um, they could have shown that it had a human connection to Ripley in a different way, I think. Um, or they could have just left it ambiguous, which would have been my choice, but there we go. Anyway, going back to this film, a lot of effects, obviously. They look good. They, both Americans and Brits on the crew, which is good to have a little bit of an eclectic um, thing there. Obviously, Romulus is a station then, not a ship. I saw something earlier when I was looking for the trailer earlier, or actually it was a couple of days ago, I think, and it said something about the xenomorph's home world. So, is the planet that Romulus is orbiting the the xenomorph's home world? I don't know. Um, the scene where someone gets attacked by the xenomorph and you actually see the tube go into his mouth, I think that's a little bit unnecessary. Um, I don't think there's necessarily need to be graphic in that way. I mean, we get it. We know how it's implanted because we see the tube in Aliens. So I don't know if that's going to add anything. I do hope that they're not going to try and go as brutal as possible for the sake of it, because there's no need of that. The first two weren't. Alien 3 wasn't. Um, and I mean, even with what was it? Alien Covenant. I watched that with Ridley's commentary on, and he said that, basically you got to make the kills more explicit or whatever in the modern era. I can't remember how he put it exactly, but I think that was the gist of what he was saying, and I disagree with that. I think it can be just as effective to suggest things. I mean, if you look at Alien, and particularly Aliens, I saw Aliens again recently, and it still holds up amazingly after all these years, with mostly practical effects as well, from what I could tell. I just, I don't see why it's got to be over the top as far as graphic goes. Graphic, yes. Over the top graphic, I don't know about that. Um, is it gonna aid the story in any way? I mean, obviously the gore boys and the fanboys are gonna love it, but for me, gore should be gore and blood and stuff like that. If it's present at all, which for me it doesn't have to be, but if it is present, I think it should be in service to the story. Like with the Saw films, for example. Yes, they're extremely gory, some of them. I mean, look at Saw 10, where they're chucking people's guts about, for fuck's sake. But it's in service to the story. They needed to use the guts to get a piece of equipment, and, there was a point to it, is what I'm saying. It wasn't gratuitous, at least in my view. And I hope that it's not going to be gratuitous here. Whether it is or not, though, I'll still watch it, I think. because, as I say, I'm a huge fan of the series, particularly the first three movies. Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I think Alien Covenant went slightly too far with things like the backburster and stuff like that. I thought that was a bit much. But again, as graphic as it was in aid to the story as well. So I hope they stick to that because the gore in the Alien series has always been tied to the story in some way. I mean, chest bursters are how they're born. Well, not just chest bursters, fucking body bursters now, wherever they come from. I mean, yeah, it's got a point. It's not gratuitous. This is how these things are born. So that makes it other than gratuitous for me, I think. So if they stick to that, I think it'll be cool. Now, what the story is going to be here, obviously, a bunch of people on space station being wiped out by a bunch of aliens by the look of it, and they've got to escape. It's a standard story, but it's one that it's kind of the tried and true, you know. They've never really had to depart from the original movie. It's always aliens show up, people have to escape. And that's fine, it works. Like Ridley said, it's the old dark house. Uh, Agatha Christie, you know, who's got the alien, who hasn't, the mistrust of that, the the violence of that, the fear of that is all a very effective trope, I suppose. I've seen some people say that it doesn't look good, particularly this movie. I don't know whether that's because of the CGI or what, but I see nothing wrong with it. Whether the one reservation, well, another again reservation I've got is about the android. Um, I haven't seen that rolling eye gimmick before in anything, actually. And how good that's going to work is going to matter, you know, how well that works is going to depend on the reason for it because it's a new thing. And again, it's set between Alien and Aliens, and it wasn't in Aliens. So, I don't know, we'll see, but I probably will do a review of the film when it comes out. I'll go and see it in local cinema and let you all know what I thought of it. Um, but yeah, there's really not that much more to say. Obviously, Fede Alvarez is a good director. He did the new Evil Dead films, even though I didn't particularly like the second one. What I saw of it, I found it a bit boring, honestly. I might watch it again at some point. And the one with the blind guy, Don't Breathe, that was excellent. Um, if slightly unbelievable, but it's a movie, so it's going to be. And the performances are good enough in that movie that it elevates it beyond the mildly ridiculous premise of why the blind guy is doing what he's doing and why he's doing it. But yeah, so that's all I've got to say, basically. This has been my reaction to the Alien Romulus trailer, and I shall be seeing the film on August the 16th if it's out on that day over here. Well, I'll probably watch it a couple of days after that. And I hope you've enjoyed the video, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much as always, and bye for now.